to define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ankeny Swimming, as today the Ankeny swim team hosts Ames in a dual meet held at DMAC College in Ankeny. I'm David Clockengay, and we have two fine swim programs going at it today. Ames ranked 4th in the state, 4-0 in dual meets this year, taking on an Ankeny squad ranked 7th in the state. They are 5-0 on the season, so two undefeated squads competing here today. Ames, as we all know, a very talented team, got 2nd in the state last year. Ankeny was 3rd, so we know that these are two storied teams, and Dowling won the state title last year, but prior to that, Ames had won 4 consecutive state titles, and they have won 8 of the last 10. So this is, in fact, quite a team that we will be seeing here tonight. A lot of depth on this Ames squad as well. So Ankeny and Ames at Trail Point Aquatic Center on the campus of DMAC. As we look at this Ames squad, and I think here we'll be starting this meet in a couple of moments, their head coach is Joe Fisher, and he took over for a long-time coach in Dan Flannery, who suddenly passed away at the age of 44 back on July 21st from a brain aneurysm. And it was Flannery who really built this program up, not only on the girls' side, but the boys' side as well, and coached both of them to all of those state champions. So they have been hurting this year. Then also, Ames has had to deal with COVID. Their schools were shut down, so they missed part of their swim season. Now they have made up most of those swim meets all in 1 week, but they have had one very tough season to overcome. And I know a lot of the swim programs, as they go to different teams throughout the state, have been honoring them. Ankeny did that as well tonight, decorating their seating section and just trying to do little things to show their appreciation for Ames. But when you look at Ames, and I remember watching the Ankeny-Ames meet a year ago, I was just amazed by the depth. A lot of times they have junior varsity swimmers that would be winning a lot of varsity swim meets because of their depth. And in one of the competitions you'll see tonight in the 100 back, they have 4 state qualifiers already. And in a varsity race, you can typically only run 3. So it just shows you how much depth this Ames program has. Ankeny rebuilding off that 3rd place finish from a year ago and losing some very fine swimmers as well. They have a junior dominant class, and they are improving each and every week as well, as their record would indicate. So that's the situation tonight as Ankeny takes on Ames. So this will be the only swim meet of the week for Ankeny. They'll be back in the pool again next week, and we'll have a broadcast for you next week as well here on CISN TV. As we look at the Ankeny swim team, they were last in the pool on October 1st against Newton. Some of the individual winners in that race for Ankeny: Josie Parton won the 200-yard freestyle event, while Rachel Rolla won the 200 IM. Some of the other winners for Ankeny included Alexis Henning in the 50-yard free. Erica Peters won the diving competition. Josie Parton won the 100 free. And Sydney Medeski won the 500 freestyle for Ankeny. Also, Alexis Henning won the backstroke event, and Anya Peck won the breaststroke event in that win against Newton the other day. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll get ready to start today's swim meet as Ankeny takes on Ames, and we'll be back after this.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And welcome back to the Ankeny Ames swim meet on CISN TV. Ames comes in ranked 4th in the state, while Ankeny ranked 7th. Although when you look at the rankings, you see some oddities within them. For one, Waukee, who is ranked number 1 right now, was beat by Ames earlier this year in a dual meet. So I think there's a lot of fluidity right now in those rankings, which are basically based on times and state qualifying times. But Waukee currently ranked number 1. Iowa City West is ranked number 2. Dowling Catholic was ranked 3. Ames 4th. Johnston 5th. Cedar Rapids Kennedy 6th. Ankeny 7th. Valley 9th. Ankeny 7th. Valley 9th. And Cedar Falls 10th in those rankings. As we get ready for tonight's swim meet, the first event will be the Junior Varsity 200 Medley Relay. And let's take a look at who is competing in that relay. For Ames in lane 2 will be Julie Silman, Ella Wesselman, Ella Staggs, and Allie Jorgensen. In lane 3, Tatum Lillibridge, Hadley Boshart, Katie Stropman, and Mallory O'Brien. In lane 4 for Ames, Reese Weiner, Claire Scheibe, Hannah Song, and Maya Fowler. For Ankeny in lane 5, Sydney Mast, Nora Clockengay, Erica Block, and Dara Cleveland. And in lane 6, for Ankeny, Gracie Block, Bryn Schneider, Audrey Wessels, and Maddie Harris. This is a 200-yard medley, so they will start on their backs as we get set to begin this swim meet tonight between Ankeny and Ames. And they are off. So Ames in 2, 3, and 4. Ankeny's in 5 and 6. We've got Silman in lane 2, Lillibridge in 3, Weiner in 4, Mast in 5, and Block in 6. And they're all pretty even right now. And you're going to see a lot of that tonight, as both of these are deep teams and a lot of good competitive swimmers. As they come back home, it looks like lane 5, Ankeny's Sydney Mast has the lead. So Mast is going to bring home a lead for this junior varsity race. And now the next set of swimmers jumps in. In lane 2, that's Wesselman. In lane 3, Boshart. In 4, Scheibe. Clockengay is in 5, and Schneider is in lane 6. So Mast gave Clockengay a lead. She is holding that right now. In second place, that's Ames. and Scheibe. As they come off the turn, it is close between Clockengay and Scheibe. Almost dead even right now. This is a relay, and those two teams are going to be pretty much tied as we go to the third set of swimmers. And they are off. As we look at this, in lane 4, that is Song. In lane 5, it's Block. In lane 6, Wessels, up at the top of your screen. In lane 2, that is Stagg, and in lane 3, that is Stropman. This is the third leg of this relay, and now Ankeny has retaken the lead. That's Erica Block swimming the butterfly, giving her squad the lead as we head to the final set of swimmers. And swimming freestyle, jumping in right now for lane 5, that is Dara Cleveland. In lane 4, Maya Fowler. In lane 6, Maddie Harris. Up at the top of your screen. In lane 2 in the pool is Jurgensen, and in lane 3, that is O'Brien. As we come home, it is a battle for first, and it looks like Ankeny in lane 5 has the lead. That's Dara Cleveland, and Dara Cleveland's going to bring home the first win of the night for Ankeny. In second is lane 4 from Ames and Maya Fowler, and in for Ankeny is Maddie Harris in lane 6. Lane 2, Jurgensen, and then in lane 3, O'Brien. Now let's take a look at the varsity race. For Ames in lane 1, Jordan Cloth, Olivia Knutson, Elizabeth Powers, and Haley Reeves. In lane 3, Abby McCorkle, Emily Donald, Delaney Knutson, and Abby Hala. In lane 4, Annie Galvin, Lauren Fisher, Mia Molden, and Gracie Wesselman. In lane 5 for Ankeny, Alexis Henning, Anya Peck, Caroline Walker, and Mia Pearson. In lane 6, Abby Brown, Katie Brown, Eva DeMeo, and Mariah Parton. And in lane 7 for Ankeny, we've got Annie Walker, Megan Meyer, Jordan Sue, and Morgan Waite. So this is the 200-yard medley relay for the varsity. Cloth in lane 2, McCorkle in 3, Galvin in 4, Henning in 5, Abby Brown in 6, and Annie Walker in lane 7. And they're off. The backstrokers are in the pool. And it is neck and neck early as to be expected. On that turn, it looks like lane 4 took the lead. And a battle for second between lanes 3 and 5. So jumping in now, we'll go from top to bottom in lane 2, Knutson. In lane 3, Donald. Fisher's in lane 4. Anya Peck in 5. Katie Brown in 6. And Meyer is in 7 for Ankeny. And Fisher in lane 4. Peck in lane 5. Neck and neck. As Peck has gained maybe a little bit of time, as lane 4 had won that first leg of the race. Now Peck is coming out in front, swimming a good breaststroke as the third set of swimmers get ready to jump in. And in lane 5, that's Caroline Walker. In lane 4, that's Mia Molden. Let's go top to bottom. In lane 2, it's Powers. 3, it's Knutson. In lane 4, Molden. Walker in 5. Eva DeMeo in lane 6. And Jordan Sue in lane 7. And quite the battle between Ames and Ankeny in lanes 4 and 5. So in the final set of swimmers, lane 4, that's Gracie Wesselman. In lane 5, Mia Pearson. The rest of the swimmers, top to bottom. In lane 2, Reeves. Hala in lane 3. Wesselman 4, Pearson 5, Mariah Parton in 6, and in lane 7, Morgan Waite. And Ames is going to win this race as they had a good turn, and coming home to win it is Gracie Wesselman. Coming in second, lane 5, Mia Pearson. Ames will take the third spot as well, gaining more points for the varsity competition in lane 3. That was Abby Hala. So you score a 3 in relays, and Ames gets first and third. Ankeny gets second. They also got fourth and fifth. So now we go to the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity. That will be the next race, an individual race. And the 3 swimmers for Ames in lane 2, Tatum Lillibridge. In lane 3, Loretta Ostermeyer. And Peyton Galt is in lane 4. For Ankeny in lane 5, Sydney Medeski. Rachel Schroeder in lane 6. Dana Cleveland in lane 7. And Clara Jones in lane 8.
Lane 6, Rachel Schroeder, Ankeny. Lane 7, Dana Cleveland, Ankeny. Lane 8, Clara Jones, Ankeny. Mr. Starter.
So Lillibridge in 2, Ostermeyer in 3, Galt in 4, Medeski in 5, Schroeder's in 6, Cleveland's in 7, and Jones in 8. This is a 200-yard junior varsity freestyle. So 8 touches, 4 trips. And the junior varsity event is off. A slight lead there for Galt in lane 4 right now. So Galt's in first, and a lot of swimmers really right there in second. She does have maybe a half a body length lead right now. Pushing her now is Medeski in lane 5. To come off the turn, still anyone's race. We're 1/4 of the way through this 200. Now Medeski might be pushing for the lead. Let's see who flips first. Basically dead even between lanes 3, 4, and 5. So Ames has 2 swimmers with Medeski. You've got Ostermeyer in lane 3, Galt's in lane 4, Medeski's in lane 5. Then in lane 7, Dana Cleveland is next in line. And we're at the halfway point. And it is close. It might be lane 3, Ostermeyer now with the lead. So Ostermeyer with a slight lead now over Galt and Medeski. And the final 50. So Ostermeyer in first, Galt in second, Medeski in third. Cleveland's in fourth, down in lane 7. Ostermeyer has the best posted time of any of these swimmers so far this season. And she is going to come home with the best time in this event here as well. So Ostermeyer wins it. Galt comes in second. Medeski's in third. Cleveland in lane 7 comes in fourth. In lane 8, that is Clara Jones. She is next in line. Schroeder is in lane 6. Down in lane 2, that is Lillibridge. The winning time, 2:07.90. And now the varsity event for the 200-yard freestyle. In lane 2, Kate McLeod. Sophie McCorkle is in lane 3. Michaela Cloth in lane 4. Madison Carlton's in 5 for Ankeny. Josie Parton is in lane 6. And Riley Leffler in lane 7.
Next event, the Volleyball varsity 200-yard freestyle. Lane 2, Kate McLeod, Ames. Lane 3, Sophie McCorkle, Ames. Lane 4, Michaela Cloth, Ames. Lane 5, Madison Carlton, Ankeny. Lane 6, Josie Parton, Ankeny. Lane 7, Riley Leffler, Ankeny. Mr. Starter.
So McLeod in 2, McCorkle in 3, Cloth in 4 for Ames. And for Ankeny, Carlton is in lane 5, Parton's in 6, and Leffler in 7. And the varsity race is off. It should be a very competitive race. And it looks like Cloth or maybe McCorkle has the lead. in this 200-yard freestyle event. State qualifying time in this event, 1 minute, 57.16 seconds. That's what they're all shooting for. Now that is in lane 4. Cloth has taken the lead. But you've got 2, maybe 3 Ames swimmers out in front of the Ankeny swimmers right now. Yes, I would say right now Ames has the first 3 spots. Up there in lane 2, that is Knutson. Ankeny has Carlton in lane 5, Parton in 6, Leffler in 7. And now Carlton making a little bit of a move. She is trying to get into the picture here a little bit. As I would say right now, you've got Cloth in first, McCorkle is in second, and now Carlton in third. Parton is in fourth. So the Ankeny swimmers coming alive now in the later portions of this race, and we're coming down to the wire. This is the last turn. Right now Ames in first and second, Ankeny in third and fourth. Now I would say McCorkle has the lead. Can they get under that state qualifying time? I think they're just over. But McCorkle does come in first, Cloth in second, Carlton in third, and Parton is in fourth, and McLeod for Ames in fifth. The winning time, 1 minute, 58.34 seconds, just a smidge over that state qualifying time. So now to the IM. This will be the junior varsity IM. We have Knutson in lane 1, Donald in 2. Let's check that. Olivia Knutson in lane 2, Emily Donald in lane 3, Delaney Knutson in lane 4, Megan Myers in 5 for Ankeny, Nora Clockengaze in lane 6, Bryn Schneider in 7, and Erica Block in lane 8. So Ames in lanes 2, 3, and 4, Olivia Knutson, Emily Donald, and Delaney Knutson, and Ankeny in lanes 5 through 8 with Meyer, Clockengay, Schneider, and Erica Block. Ames leading the junior varsity race 21-9 right now. So the IM starting with the butterfly. Each of these swimmers will swim all 4 strokes in this competition. And it looks like in lane 4, that is Knutson with the lead. Meyer for Ankeny might be in second. They're being pushed by a couple other Ames swimmers up at the top of the screen. Olivia Knutson in lane 2, Emily Donald in 3. So Delaney Knutson in 4, Megan Meyer in 5, Nora Clockengay in 6, Schneider in 7, and Block in 8. Lane 4 has the lead right now, and Delaney Knutson. And lane 2, that's Olivia Knutson in second. So the Knutsons performing well. Megan Meyer for Ankeny next in line. And now to the breaststroke. The Knutsons still in first and second, Meyer in third. And now Meyer is making a little bit of a push here with this breaststroke. As we go to the final turn, Delaney Knutson in lane 4 will have the lead. Olivia Knutson at the top of the screen in second, Meyer in third. Emily Donald in fourth. And then Clockingay, Schneider, and Block all neck and neck. They'll be off your screen right now as we come home. If your name is Knutson, you're going to win this race. I'm not sure which one's going to win it right now, but they are in first and second. And boy, what a nice push at the end. And coming from behind is Olivia Knutson to win the race. Nice job by her. Now the second set of swimmers. It is close between Clockingay, Schneider, and Block. We'll see who touches first. Might have been Block. Yeah, Block comes in fifth, Clockingay sixth, and Schneider in seventh. Olivia Knutson wins the race. Delaney Knutson got second, and Megan Meyer got third. And now the 200-yard varsity IM. Abby Hala in lane 2. Mia Molden's in 3. Annie Galvin in 4. Rachel Rollo's in lane 5. Anya Peck is in 6. And Annie Walker is in lane 7. So that will be the 200-yard IM for the varsity coming up.
200-yard individual medley. Lane 2, Abby Hala, Ames. Lane 3, Mia Molden, Ames. Lane 4, Annie Galvin, Ames. Lane 5, Rachel Rollo, Ankeny. Lane 6, Anya Peck, Ankeny. Lane 7, Annie Walker, Ankeny. Crystal Starter.
Hala in 2, Molden in 3, Galvin's in 4 for Ames. For Ankeny, Rollo's in 5, Peck is in 6, and Annie Walker in 7. And we'll start with the butterfly. I think something happened there in lane 4. It looked like she stopped for just a second. Maybe I was seeing things. But it is still a very close race. And it looks like clear up at the top of your screen in lane 2, Hala has the lead as we go to the backstroke. Molden may have the lead now. So Molden's in lane 3, Galvin's in 4, Rollo's in 5, Peck in 6, and Walker is in 7. Yeah, I just saw lane 4 adjust her goggles and stop against it. She is struggling right now. Annie Galvin must have a problem with the goggles, and that can disrupt things. At the top of your screen, Hala has the lead. Molden's in second. I think Rollo's in third. And Galvin with the issues with her goggles in fourth, but we'll see if she can get back into it. In fifth, Annie Walker. Peck is in sixth. So as they come home on the breaststroke, we have the freestyle to go. Hala still in the lead. Molden in lane 3 and second. And now in third in lane 4 is Galvin. So despite all her problems, she's getting back into the race. Rollo's in fifth. I'll be interested to see if Galvin can pull this off. Right now, Molden has the lead as they come home. This is a race between 3 Ames swimmers. And the varsity score is apparently 21-9, and Ames is going to add to that, coming in first, second, and third. And Molden will outtouch Galvin. Hala's in third, Rollo's in fourth, and coming in fifth will be Anya Peck. Annie Walker comes in sixth. So now we'll have some quick races because it's time for the 50-yard races. The junior varsity will go first. And there are 2 heats of the junior varsity. The first heat will have Audrey Wessels. In fact, this is all Ankeny in this first heat. Audrey Wessels in lane 2. Claire Brucklander in 3. Lily Garcia's in lane 4. Gracie Blocks in 5. Sydney Mast is in lane 6. And Abby Stevenson will be in lane 7. Score now 34-12 in favor of Ames. You know, we talked last week how in swimming some teams just have more depth than others, and we saw it last week with Ankeny's depth over Newton. This week we're seeing that same thing with Ames' depth over Ankeny. They just have a lot of really good swimmers in a program that has been so dominant for so many years, winning 8 of the last 10 state titles. So the first of 2 heats of the junior varsity 50 free. Wessels in 2, Brooklander in 3, Garcia's in 4, Gracie Block in 5, Maston 6, and Stevenson in lane 7. All Ankeny swimmers. So off they go. It's like a good start for Mast in lane 7. She had the best start off the dive. We'll see if it holds. Right next to her is Gracie Block in lane 5. Mast is in 6, Block's in 5. They're the leaders right now. It's going to be who out-touches who. It might be Block. It's going to be close. And I think Block got her. No, Mast did. Sometimes what happens under that water, you never know. So Mast wins this race in a time of 29:28. Block comes in second, and Wessels in third. Now heat 2, the junior varsity race. Ames has 3 swimmers in this race at the top of your screen. Haley Reeves in lane 2, Reese Weiner in 3, and Claire Stevenson in lane 4. For Ankeny in lane 5, Mariah Parton. Eva DeMayo's in lane 6, Cassidy Jensen's in 7, and Dara Cleveland in lane 8. So Reeves, Weiner, and Stevenson in lanes 2 through 4 for Ames, and for Ankeny in lanes 5 through 8, Parton, DeMayo, Jensen, and Dara Cleveland. The final heat of the junior varsity 50. Parton's in lane 5, Stevenson in lane 4. Looks like Stevenson has the lead for Ames. So Claire Stevenson will win this race. Ankeny will get second with Mariah Parton. Winning time 26:10. Third place was Cassidy Jensen of Ankeny. Eva DeMayo comes in next in 4th, and Dara Cleveland in 5th. Weiner and Reeves rounded out. And now the varsity. In this varsity race, Alex Harswick is in lane 2, Gracie Wesselman in 3, and Megan Donald's in lane 4 for Ames. The Ankeny swimmers, Alexis Henning in lane 5, Mia Pearson's in 6, and Caroline Walker in lane 7. 24:84 is the state qualifying time in this event. And Megan McDonald has hit a state qualifying time this year in lane 4. So you would think she'd be one of the favorites to win this race. So we'll keep an eye on Donald. Keep an eye on Wesselman, Henning, and Pearson. This will be fast. The winning time will have to be under 25. Donald might have a slight lead, but it's close. Henning is right with her. So is Wesselman. And now Donald's pulling out. She'll win the race. And it's a time of 24:58. Henning does come in second for Ankeny. Wesselman third for Ames. Ankeny gets Mia Pearson in at 4th. And Harswick comes in 5th for Ames. Caroline Walker in 6th. 24:58, another state qualifying time posted for Donald. So now coming up next, we're going to have some diving. They're going to have to convert the pool and get the diving board out, take the flags away, move the lane lines over so the divers can warm up. And in a moment, the divers will get in, and we'll see some competitors here tonight in the diving competition. So that'll be coming up in a moment. Right now, the score 44-18 as Ames is starting to extend that lead. Ankeny's hoping to gain up a little bit of ground here tonight in the diving, but we'll have to wait and see. As we said coming in, Ames, one of the better teams in the state. So we will take a break here, and we'll come back with more on CISN TV after this.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
You can buy a new Ford at any Ford dealer. Why Schottenkirk Ford? Our core values: hard work, trust, character, integrity, honesty, and respect. During Schottenkirk Ford's fall savings event, get up to $12,500 off 2020 F-150 XLT. No goofy rebates. Everyone qualifies. Up to $12,000 off 2020 Expedition XLT. New 2020 EcoSport 4-wheel drive starting at $18,990. Our certified used vehicles come with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Hurry in. Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Godfather's Pizza's Autumn Feast. A medium specialty pizza, a medium pepperoni pizza, and my new caramel apple streusel with Twix candy pieces. Get yours today.
At MidAmerican Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades. All to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
You can buy a new Ford at any Ford dealer. Why do people buy from Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola? We understand you have choices. We're willing to re-earn your business every time you visit us. Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola, SchottenkirkFord.com. We create an exceptional customer experience. One customer at a time, every time. We never compromise. Trust, integrity, honesty, hard work. Let us show you why people drive to Indianola to buy Fords. Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola, SchottenkirkFord.com.
Focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
And welcome back to the Ankeny Ames swim meet on CISN TV from the Trail Point Aquatic Center on the campus of DMAC in Ankeny. It is time for the diving portion of the competition. The divers are warming up right now. I'm David Clockingay, and now Karen Peters joins me, parent of one of the divers. And Karen, last week we were talking, and I wanted to kind of bring up a diver from last year in Cindy Jorgensen, because she won the state title last year from Ankeny, and Ankeny's only had diving, for 2 years. And she came out of nowhere, didn't she? Because she wasn't even on the team the year before.
Right. She had done gymnastics for years and was a very, very talented, and still is, a very talented gymnast, and just started diving I think her junior year, but wasn't on the team that year, was diving club to just expand the amount of time she could practice and also be able to practice 3 meter, because obviously being a junior, college was a little closer. And so it was important to get really talented in 1 meter and 3 meter. And then her senior year, she dove and just, no pun intended, but made a huge splash without making a splash on the diving team. So she is extremely talented, and everyone discovered that really quickly.
And she ended up getting an opportunity to dive in college down at TCU, is it?
Correct. She is. She's on the swim and dive team at TCU, diving for them.
Certainly a pleasure to watch, and I think it's that season began. Erica Peters was the leader from the year before, and was the leader early in that season. If I remember correctly, I think it was at the Roosevelt meet when all of a sudden Sydney really came on, and I think maybe even had broke one of Erica's records, because I could tell how Erica was acting and congratulating her. And at that point, we all went, wow, we've got something here, and she just really took off after that.
Yeah, we've always known her talent, and as she got more high degree of difficulty dives, her technique is just so incredible. So as she was able to add the difficulty with her technique, her scores were just out of this world.
Ankeny, I think, is shorthanded again tonight with one of their divers, but both Ankeny and Ames come in. Obviously, Ames, they're good at everything they do, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Just great depth, not only in the swimming, but you're going to see some good diving competition from them as well here tonight. And, as I look at our state champions board, Jorgensen, who won the state title last year, her best score in six dive event was 318. So, that's kind of a benchmark that we'll try to look for here tonight. But I don't think we've seen anything in the 300s yet this year, have we?
No, that's an incredibly high score. It's really actually rare to see something in the 300s. That's an average of over 50 points per dive. Ames graduated a couple of their really talented divers last year, so they are building back up this year. But they still have talent. They always have talent in Ames.
So really, if we can get anything close to 300, that's going to be a really good score tonight.
Yes. And I think Erica's freshman year, when she broke the record, it was 232, just to give you an idea of how high that score is. So.
And we were all watching diving for the first time thinking, wow, this is great. And then we saw what great really was last year with Jorgensen. And I remember the Ames meet as well, and watching some of their divers. So it was a lot of fun. Well, it looks like the head official is talking to the divers, which means after this meeting, I think we'll get this next portion of this swim meet underway.
That sounds great.
And you were saying before we got started that you had learned something this week as far as diving goes and scoring.
Yeah, it was something I had forgotten. One thing that's important is as you do a feet first dive, the arms are supposed to always be down at the sides, and if they're above the shoulders, the dive can't score above a 4.5. So I know last week we talked about some of the different things in scoring, so there are other benchmarks like that are important as well.
There's so many little technical aspects of diving, and I think for a lot of us average fans, we don't really know what we're really seeing. We can tell if it's divers going high or getting clean dives into the water, but those little things are what really makes the scoring important.
Yes, so much goes into it.
So I think we are set. I think the scoreboard's a little messed up right now, so I'm not sure who that is.
Hopefully they'll announce it so we can hear. It looks like that's Stagg, Mia Stagg. Leah Stagg.
Leah Stagg's first dive.
Five, 6, 5.
So 5, a 6, and a 5 for Stagg. And now Erica Peters. I hope they can fix that board sooner. It's going to be tough tonight to know what's going on. We'll try to hear the scores and pass them on to you. Erica with a nice dive. Looked like she got a little off balance on her second to last jump.
Her hurdle is definitely off, but she saved her dive.
6.5, 7, 6.
6.5, 7, and 6. We can't tell the degree of difficulty right now because the board is messed up. They may have to reset that after the diving competition. Elizabeth Orth is next of Ames. Degree of difficulty of 1.2. So that was Orth.
6, 5.5, 5.5.
6, 5.5, 5.5. Looks like they're getting the board closer, being usable. There we go. That's going to make life a lot easier. Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny is next. Degree of difficulty at 1.7. Now you should be able to see that on your TV screen or computer screen. Nice dive.
Nice, yeah.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5.
3 6.5s. So you look at the state rankings. Peters currently ranked 6th in the state. Toth is 13th for Ankeny, not here tonight. And Kohlers ranked 22nd in the state, all from Ankeny. And now Bitovich. Three 5.5s.
Next out the board, Lydia Bullard, Ankeny.
Ankeny's Lydia Bullard is next.
Forward, 1.5 somersault, back position, 1.7 degree of difficulty.
Bullard.
Nice dive.
Yeah, nice dive. She's been getting better, I think.
6, 6, 7.
2 6s and a 7.
Next on the board,
So Sydney Bray will be next for Ames.
103C, forward, 1.5 somersault, tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty.
Got up in the air, but didn't finish it. That'll cost her some.
A bit over.
Yep.
She's got a lot of power.
2 4s and a 3. So almost got too high maybe and then just couldn't correct.
Just a lot of power. It's a big learning curve, learning to control that power.
So now round 2 of this 6-round diving event. And this is Leah Stagg of Ames. I think Stagg is technically diving as a junior varsity diver.
Four and a half, 3.5.
4.5, 3.5, 3.5, and now Erica Peters.
Next on the board, Erica Peters, Ankeny. Dive 104B, forward double somersault, pike position, 2.3 degrees of difficulty.
So 2.3 degree of difficulty. That should net her a couple points.
Yes.
6.5, 7.5,
2 7.5s and 1 6.5.
On the board, Elizabeth
So the score to beat, 82-60, as she takes the lead.
3C forward, 1.5 somersault, type position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
Orth of Ames.
Five.
3 5s. And now Kohlers of Ankeny.
Next on the board, Hannah Kohlers, Ankeny. Dive 104C, forward double somersault, tuck position, 2.2 degrees of difficulty.
Nice dive for her.
Yes. Nice entry. Nice height.
6, 6.5, 6.
2 6s and a 6.5 for Kohlers.
On the board, Jessica Litnich, Ames. Dive 102C, forward somersault, tuck position, 1.4 degrees of difficulty.
Vidovich of Ames.
Nice
Simple
straight
but beautiful at the same time.
5.5.
And 3 5.5s. Now Bullard will jump in or dive
On
in.
the board, Lydia Bullard, Ankeny. Dive 5111A, forward dive, half twist, straight position, 1.8 degrees of difficulty. Five and a half, 6, 5.5.
2 5.5s and a 6.
On the board, Sydney Bray, Ames. Dive 104C, forward double somersault, tuck position, 2.2 degrees of difficulty.
Sydney Bray of Ames with a nice hard dive here at 2.2.
Four and a half, 4, 3.
4.5, 4, and 3.
Now starting dive number 3, Leah Stagg, Ames.
So Leah Stagg of Ames as we go to dive 3 of 6.
Dive 201C, back dive with tuck position, 1.5 degree of difficulty.
Nice entry.
Five.
Now Erica Peters.
On the board, Erica Peters of Ankeny. Dive 203B, back 1.5 somersault, pike position, 2.3 degrees of difficulty.
That didn't look easy.
6.5, 5.5, 6.
6.5, 5.5, and 6. Dive score of 41.40, and she is in first place with a total score of 124. And now Orth of Ames. Ankeny trying to sweep this competition, help get them back to the overall team competition a little bit.
Nice dive.
Yes, it was.
6.5, 5.5.
2 6.5s and 1 5.5. A lot of times it seems like your own coach is the one that knocks you down more than the opposing coach.
2.0 degrees of
Because the two coaches and the head official are the ones that score these diving competitions. Here's Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny.
Back double somersault.
5.5, 5.5, 6.
A 6 and 2 5.5s.
On the board, Dustin Litvich of Ames. Dive 51, 21.
Vitovich is next.
Half twist. Free position.
Litovich, I should say.
1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Three 4.5s.
On the board, Lydia Bullard of Ankeny, dive 202A, back somersault straight position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Lydia Bullard is next.
Very nice.
5.5, 5.5.
So Lydia with a 5 and 2 5.5s.
On the board, Sydney Bray of Ames, dive 202A,
Sydney
back
Bray.
somersault straight position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
That was a nice dive.
It was.
Might be her best dive so far.
Nice form.
4.5, 5.5.
5, 4.5, and 5.5.
Dive number 4, Leah Stagg of Ames. Dive 51, 21D, front somersault half twist, free position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Leah Stagg of Ames as we begin round 4 of 6.
Nicely done.
5.5. On the board, Erica Peters of Ankeny, dive 403C, inward 1.5.
Erica Peters next with a degree of difficulty of 2.2. And should we say hi, Jeannie?
Hopefully she's watching.
Oh, that was a good entry.
Nice entry, yes.
Very clean.
6.5, 6, 6.5.
2 6.5s and 1 6.
On the board, Elizabeth Orth of Ames. Dive 402C, inward somersault back position.
So Elizabeth Orth of Ames.
With an inward somersault.
Dive 402C, inward somersault type position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
I think there's a disagreement on which dive she's doing. Here we go.
But she did it.
6, 5, 5.5.
6, 5, and 5.5. And now Kohlers of Ankeny.
On the board, Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny, dive 403C, inward 1.5 somersaults, tuck position, 2.2 degrees of difficulty.
Nice.
Not a bad dive.
That was nice.
5, 5.5, 6.
5, 5.5, and 6.
On the board, Jessica Blitvich, Ames.
Blitvich.
Dive 201A, back dive, swing position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty. Four, 4.5, 4.
4, 4.5, and 4 for Blitovich. Now Lydia Bullard.
On the board, Lydia Bullard of Ankeny. Dive 302C, reverse somersault, tuck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
That will score well.
5.5, 7, 6.5.
5.5, 7, and 6.5.
Nicely done.
On the board, Sydney Bray of Ames. Dive 52-21D, back somersault half twist. Free position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Sydney Bray of Ames.
Nicely done.
5.5, 5, 5.5.
5, 5.5, and 5.
Now starting dive number 5.
Now we got 2 rounds left. And Leah Stagg goes first in this 5th round from Ames.
1.5 degrees of difficulty.
That was nice.
5.5, 5.5.
5, 5.5, 5.5 for Stagg. I think she has their best score. On my sheet, they list her as junior varsity, but she's doing the best so far of the Ames divers. So Eric Peters next for Ankeny.
2.4 degrees of difficulty.
2.4 degree of difficulty. Best dive so far.
Nice. That was nice.
7, 6.5, 7.5.
7, 6.5, and 7.5. That was a dive of over 50 points, giving her 216.20.
202A, back somersault, straight position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Orth of Ames.
Nice form there.
5, 4.5, 5.5.
5, 4.5, and 5.5 for Orth. 25.50 dive score. Total score 124.05.
On the board, Hannah Coles of Ankeny, dive 51-24D. Forward somersault, 2 twists. Free position, 2.3 degrees of difficulty.
And now Kohlers.
Nice dive.
5, 6, 6.
5, 6, and 6 for Kohlers. Nice score of 39.10.
Ames. Dive 202C, back somersault, tuck position, 1.5 degrees of difficulty.
Blitovich of Ames. 4.5, 4.5, and 4. Here's Bollert of Ankeny.
Now on the board, Lydia Bullard of Ankeny, dive 402C, inward somersault tuck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
Nicely done. Inward
Good entry.
somersault.
Yeah.
6.5.
6.6.5 for Bullard.
On the board, Sydney
Giving
Bray
her a
of Ames.
29.60 on that dive.
401B, inward somersault, pike position, 1.5 degrees of difficulty.
Sydney Bray of Ames.
That looked nice.
5.5, 5.5.
5.5, and 5.5. Kohlers of Ankeny is next.
Dive number 6, Leah Stagg of Ames. Dive 402C, inward somersault in tuck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
Now Leah Stagg, this is the final dive, I think.
Correct. Inward somersault there.
5.5, 6, 5.5.
5.5, 6, and 5.5.
On the board, Erica Peters of Ankeny. Dive 5223D. Back somersault, 1.5 twist, free position, 2.3 degrees.
Erica Peters of Ankeny with a degree of difficulty at 2.3. She is in first place with one dive to go.
Nice.
6.5, 7, 7.
2 7s and a 6.5. 47.15 total score, 263.35.
Ames. Dive 5221D. Back somersault, half twist. Free position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Elizabeth Orth of Ames.
Six, 5, 5.5.
6.5 and 5.5. Her total score tonight, 152.10.
Next on the board, Hannah Kohlers of Ankeny. Dive 5223D. Back somersault, 1.5 twist. Free position, 2.3 degrees of difficulty.
Kohlers of Ankeny. This is a degree of difficulty of 2.3.
That was nicely done as well.
6, 6, 6.5.
2 6s and a 6.5. 224.10 her final score.
On the board, Jessica Blitvich of Ames. Dive 401C, inward dive, tuck position, 1.4 degrees of difficulty.
Jessica Blitovich of Ames. Five, 4.5, and 4.
On the board, Lydia Bullard of Ankeny. Dive 201A.
Lydia Bullard of Ankeny is next.
Dive, position, 1.7 degrees of difficulty.
Nice
Nicely
dive.
done.
Yes. She'll clinch third place with that dive.
7, 6.5, 7.
7, 6.5, and 7. Her total score, 184.95.
Ames. Dive 402C. Inward, 1.5 somersault. Tuck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
And now Sydney Bray of Ames.
Inward, 1.5 somersault. Tuck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
Seems to be some uncertainty over that dive. And the official will now get involved.
They have a dive sheet that they turn in that lists the dive and the degree of difficulty, and the diver and coach have to look over it before the meet.
And now the head official and the coach are looking it over.
There's always a possibility it can get entered wrong, though.
Sydney Brady is not diving. Dive 402 seat, inward somersault, tuck position, 1.6 degrees of difficulty.
So the board was right, but the sheet was wrong, is what appears to have happened. Nice.
That was nicely done. To conclude.
5.5, 5.5.
5.5, 5.5, and 5. Giving her a 145.20. So Ankeny does sweep the diving competition, getting first through third, with Erica Peters winning it with 263.35. Kohlers comes in second, 224.10, and Bullard third at 184.95. So that will conclude our diving portion. Karen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we will take a break. We'll come back. Dan Holm of Ankeny Fanatic will be up next as we are at the halfway point of this swim meet between Ankeny and Ames on CISN TV.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
And welcome back to the Ames versus Ankeny swim meet on CISN TV. I'm David Clockingay, and joined now at our halfway point in the mark of the meet is Dan Holm of Ankeny Fanatic. Well, Dan, this has been one strange year. You have covered sports for many, many years. Have you ever seen anything quite like this, though?
No, this is a first for me. Having almost 3 months without any events, that was a first. So really had to put on my creativity cap and come up with some things to write about.
And then all of a sudden, all of the sports are back, and but it's still a little strange because you were constantly going through, oh, this person has COVID, is this team shut down? Now they're back, and it's just it's got to be hard for you to keep track of some of that too.
Oh, it's hard to keep up with it. Yeah, I mean, you hear different things, and sometimes the school doesn't want to tell you what's going on, which is fine. I know they have certain protocols they have to follow too, but yeah, it's been interesting, but I'm just glad there's events to cover now.
And at least from an Ankeny perspective, they're getting through this. Most of these teams, there has been a couple of short breaks and that sort of thing, but with contact tracing, they're getting through this right now.
Yeah, they seem to be doing okay. Better than a lot of schools, that's for sure.
Yeah. Obviously, in the Des Moines situation, we feel for those kids who can't compete right now, and that's too bad, really.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine what that's like. Although I did hear that the Boys Association announced today that teams that are eliminated from the postseason can go back and make up regular season contests that they missed because of COVID. So that might allow the football teams to play some games even while the other teams are in the playoffs. So, that would give them a chance to compete.
That would be awesome. And, heck, if I could go to one of those games, I think I would, and probably can't, but it would be nice to see that. Well, as far as here in Ankeny, there's all kinds of sports they're covering. And I can think of a couple of stories that are kind of neat. One on the cross-country side, out of nowhere, Ankeny has a cross-country runner that's, I guess, just tearing it up.
She is, yeah, Lauren McMahon. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it, where a runner, either a boy or a girl, just kind of comes out of nowhere and becomes one of the best in the state. I mean, I guess she's played soccer her whole life and has never really devoted much time to running competitive races, but she has done a lot of running as part of her training. And, she just happened to do more of it over the summer after the COVID thing hit and just discovered a love for it, I guess, and decided to skip the club soccer this fall and try cross country. And boy, what can you say?
It's something else. Following your stories on her, and I can't believe it. I think the other big story is probably Ankeny football. Two stories there. One of the top teams in the state, and then the sidebar story with Arlen Bruce, which I think everyone in the state has followed and rooted for the young man who finally got to play this week.
Yeah, that's a fun team to watch, even more so now that Arlen is playing. That was quite a game they had last Friday. Of course, they'll be hosting Indianola this Friday. I'm going to let one of our other writers cover that game. I'm going to go out to the Centennial Valley game. I figure I'll get to see Ankeny a few more times in the playoffs. So,
well, and Centennial, I think they're starting to improve. It's just a young team. They lost a lot last year.
They did. And you can see that they're getting better. They won that game against Ames 2 weeks ago and then had a week off to get healthy. I know they're kind of banged up a little bit. So, that game against Valley will probably be an indication of maybe how far they'll go in the playoffs. If they can win that one, they could be pretty dangerous. But Valley's kind of a wounded animal. We'll see what they got, too.
It's hard to, I've seen them on the CISN TV. I haven't seen them in person, but it doesn't appear like they're probably as good as their state rankings early in the season indicated.
Yeah, that's a real puzzle because, they supposedly had all this talent. And I know the Rubley kid, the quarterback, isn't playing now, but they still have some other kids that were, highly regarded. And it's just a puzzle that they're not better than what they are.
Urbandale versus Waukee this week is probably the marquee matchup, and I think will go a long way in determining maybe playoff seeding coming up. You got to think Southeast Polk's going to get one, but who's going to get 2, 3, 4 is probably up in the air. Obviously, Ankeny's going to be right there. Waukee's going to be right there, and Urbandale sitting there undefeated. So that's going to be an interesting matchup on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, it will. And as far as the seedings go, I don't think, with those top 5 or 6 teams, I don't know that it really makes a whole lot of difference who gets what because there seems to be so much parity this year that, I think any one of those top 5 or 6 teams could come out and win the whole thing.
And really, what you're seeded at the beginning, aren't they reseeding like halfway through it or something like that? Didn't I see that, or am I wrong about that?
I'm not even sure the boys' union knows how they're going to seed them yet. I know they had a board of control meeting today. Maybe they determined some things, but from all the coaches that I've talked to, they've said all along that they really don't know how they're going to bracket those teams. So the only thing I did hear is that I think there will be like 4-team pods to begin with, so you do know who your next opponent will be. But beyond that, then they are going to like reseed them, re-bracket them. And I think they're doing that to kind of limit the travel, try to pair up teams that are closer together. So, we could see Ankeny play Centennial again. It's possible.
That would be fun. Did you see the Centennial Ames game? I can't remember. You
no.
did not. Because I was kind of hoping you did, because since I know we have a lot of viewers from Ames right now, I wish I could have seen Tanner Lipsy play quarterback this year. I know I've seen him play basketball before the ACL injury, but I guess he's tearing it up as a quarterback.
Yeah, I heard he had an amazing run that night. Well, several amazing runs, but one in particular was like an 80-yard run where he broke like 6 or 7 tackles. And we had a photographer there who had some nice shots of that run, and I had another guy covering the game there for me that night. So, I was at the Ankeny game that night.
Yeah. And for you, it's just every week you're at one or the other, and it's hard to catch both. The nice thing about CISN, I bet you can go back through and watch the games now online.
Yeah, that is nice. 'Cause I know there was one night I was covering Centennial over at Southeast Polk, and the game got out of hand, and the Ankeny-Waukee game was close, so I got home in time to catch the end of it. That was kind of fun to see. So.
And I got to go to Ankeny this last week too, and got home in time to watch a couple of the other games as well. So it's been a lot of fun and covering other sports. And now as we kind of come back around to this swim meet right now, Ames is just such a good program. I am just amazed, and a lot of the credit goes to Coach Flannery, who unfortunately passed away this year, but his legacy continues.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, they've been really impressive thus far. I don't know what the team totals are, but they're obviously winning the meet, and they don't look like they've changed at all.
I see 44-18 up there. I don't know if that includes diving or not, though. It seems to me we would have a little bit more with the diving, because I know we swept diving, but for Ankeny. But just hats off to Ames. It's just it's a machine and a lot of depth, no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've been the gold standard. The last decade, I think they've won 8 of the last 10 state titles. That's pretty impressive in any sport.
Of all the other sports in Ankeny, is there any other stories out there that maybe you're working on for this next week we don't know about yet?
Well, not really something that I'm working on specifically, but Ankeny Volleyball is another big story.
Yeah.
We had Coach Wims and his assistant on the podcast last week, and they're having a great year. They had a week there where they knocked off number 1 Dowling and then went over to number 5 Centennial and beat their rival. I was surprised that they didn't bump up to number 1 in the rankings then they came out, because you do that on the road, you figure you'd probably be promoted to that number 1 spot, but they didn't get it. I don't think they cared, but they certainly look like a team that could win a state title.
Yeah, that's the other one. I wish a lot of times as a fan we get to several volleyball matches, not so much as a swimming parent, because they're on the same nights a lot of times, but in past years I have, and it's just hard for us fans now that we can't go and see them in person, but you can watch them on CISN occasionally, and that's fun to watch too. As far as winter sports coming up, we have a defending state champion in Ankeny, but they did lose a lot to graduation, and Waukee's the obvious favorite in boys basketball.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You mentioned Waukee. I actually saw Coach Ohl out at the district golf meet at Willow Creek yesterday. He was following some of the Waukee kids around. Of course, Peyton Sanford plays golf as well.
Really?
And so I talked to him a little bit, and he was asking me about the Ankeny football team, and I was saying, yeah, they're a fun team to watch. And I said, well, you guys are going to be fun to watch this year. And he said, well, yeah, we just don't know how we're going to be, though, because they didn't have any chance to work together over the summer to kind of get that chemistry worked out. And all the teams are dealing with that. But on paper, yeah, they just look loaded.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch. They got the transfer from Dowling, who I believe is ranked in his class 3rd or 4th in the country right now. And he did not score much last year. And sometimes it's hard for me, and I watch a lot of high school basketball the last 20, 30 years. But his size, if he continues to grow, you can see it, and big blue bloods are going after him. I'm an Illinois fan. I know he is like number 1 on their list right now to try to pull out of state. And then you've got Sanford, and then the Drake coach's son, and so you've got 3 kids that are probably going to play D1 all on that team.
Oh, yeah, and you just don't see that very often. Yeah.
And maybe more. Is Sanford's younger
yeah, he's starting to get recruited too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the transfer fits in there. I know there was a little bit of an issue, I think, with the chemistry at Dowling, and I mean, you got to play a kid that's that talented, but obviously he just hasn't put it all together yet. But you can just tell looking at him that he's one of those kids that, someday that light bulb is going to go off, and once he figures it out, and when all of his muscles catch up to what his brain wants him to do, he is going to be just something else, I think.
Yeah, and maybe even playing a little out of position to Dowling, but I get that too. And it's, as big as he is, he probably needs to be on the wing and not under the basket. So Ames, they could have a good basketball team too with Lipsy back.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to see him play. I never got a chance to see him play. Well, I
He's
guess
good.
last
He's
year he
good.
sat out, but when he was a freshman, I didn't get a chance to see him play. So
Yeah, I think I saw him at Centennial his freshman year, and I think they were playing Centennial that night. It might have been a playoff game. It seems like it was, or maybe they were playing North. I can't remember now. It's been a couple years, unfortunately, but it's glad to see him back. And right there, we have just mentioned 4 or 5 kids that are all going D1 in basketball, and that's what's so neat about right now athletics in Iowa. And, I came from Illinois in 2007. I was a broadcaster. I probably broadcasted 1,500 basketball games if I broadcasted one. And when I first came to Iowa, I didn't see that much D1 talent. I did see a young man named Barnes his freshman, sophomore year, and I thought this kid's going to be good. They won a couple state titles up at Ames. But now we're seeing, I really think Iowa is catching up to what Illinois was, a much larger state with some of these schools, because the talent is definitely getting better in Iowa.
yeah, certainly the depth is there that they've never had before. I mean, there's just so many kids now that are going on to play, and it's fun to see it.
No doubt. Well, I think we've covered a lot.
Yeah, we have.
So, Dan, thanks for joining me.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
And get the move done, would you?
Yeah, maybe by the end of the month we'll be done. So
that's Dan Holm from Ankeny Fanatic here on CISN TV, and we are at the halfway mark, and now they have updated the scoreboard. 47-31, Ames in front of Ankeny. I didn't think it was updated yet because I didn't see the reflection from the diving. So the diving has brought Ankeny back in it. They're still behind, but a little more competitive now on that scoreboard. So let's take a break, and we'll come back, and hopefully the warm-ups will be done soon, and we'll have the second half of this meet on CISN TV.
Focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
And welcome back to the Ankeny Ames swim meet on CISN TV. And we are set to continue the swim meet. This is the 100-yard butterfly junior varsity. Delaney Knutson in lane 3. Elizabeth Powers is in lane 4 for Ames. For Ankeny, Jordan Sue is in lane 5. Katie Brown's in lane 6. Audrey Wessels is in 7. And Rachel Schroeder in lane 8. And the 100-yard butterfly is in the pool. It's like an early lead for Powers. Powers touches first. Knutson in lane 3 is in second. And looks like Katie Brown in lane 6 and third. Sue in fourth, but all of them pretty close. And we're at the halfway mark. So Powers in first, Knutson in second, Brown in third, and Sue in fourth. This is the 100-yard butterfly, the junior varsity. As they come home, it is Powers with a commanding lead. Delaney Knutson in second, well out in front of the Ankeny Butterflyers. Sue will take third, and now Brown comes in fourth. Wessels fifth, Schroeder sixth. I think Schroeder's making a push at the end, but Wessels does out-touch. No, the board says Schroeder. So underneath, from where the naked eye could see, Schroeder out-touched Wessels, according to the board. And now the varsity race in the 100-yard butterfly. We have Jordan Cloth in lane 2. Mia Molden in lane 3, and Abby McCorkle in lane 4, all of Ames. For Ankeny, Caroline Walker is in lane 5, Eva DeMeo is in lane 6, and Mariah Parton in lane 7. The time to get you to state, 59.69. McCorkle, Galvin, and Molden have all already qualified for Ames, so they will be the favorites here tonight. Clotha trying to qualify now. And the varsity race is in the pool. Pretty close so far. 5 lanes all in the lead, and now it looks like McCorkle starting to pull out in front a little bit, as you would expect. Molden in second, and Cloth in third. So the Ames Butterflyers in front of the 3 Butterflyers from Ankeny. Again, McCorkle and Molden have already qualified for state. Galvin, who is not swimming this race, is also qualified. And this will be a very fast time for McCorkle. See what her final time is. Caroline Walker comes in 4th, DeMeo 5th, Parton 6th. Winning time 58:12. Well below the standard. Not her best time of the year. She had a 57:39 earlier this year. Congratulations to Abby McCorkle for winning the race. Next is the 100-yard junior varsity freestyle competition. 1 heat. From Ames, in lane 2 is Ella Wesselman. Peyton Galt in lane 3, and Claire Stevenson in lane 4. From Ankeny in lane 5, Dana Cleveland. Cassidy Jensen's in lane 6, Maddie Harris in 7, and Annie Walker in lane 8. So this is the junior varsity 100 free. Wesselman in 2, Galt 3, Stevenson 4, Dana Cleveland in 5, Jensen's in 6, Harris in 7, and Annie Walker in 8. So 2 laps in this 100 free. Score the varsity race now 60-34 in favor of Ames. Stevenson out in front for a split of 27-40. Galton second, Wesselman in third. Annie Walker in fourth for Ankeny in lane 8. So they come home in this junior varsity race. Ames trying to sweep this race. Currently first, second, and third, although Walker trying to push for third. Stevenson in first, Galton second, and Annie Walker does get third for Ankeny. Fourth goes to Wesselman of Ames. Fifth, Dana Cleveland and Cassidy Jensen in seventh. Winning time, 57-21 for Stevenson. And now the varsity race in the 100 free. Michaela Cloth in lane 2. Alex Harswick is in 3. And Megan Donald in lane 4 for Ames. For Ankeny, Mia Pearson, a state qualifier last year in lane 5. Josie Parton's in lane 6. And Riley Leffler is in lane 7. Megan Donald and Annie Galvin have already qualified for Ames in this 100-yard event. Qualifying time is 54.39. Cloth is just off that qualifying time. Her best time, 54.46. And the 100 free is in the pool. Cloth in 2, Harswick in 3, Donalds in 4, Pearson in 5, Parton in 6, and Leffler in 7. Jasmine Rumley won this event the last 2 years at state, and I believe has that state record under 50 seconds. She's at Tennessee now. So Ames in the lead with Donald as expected. Cloth in second, and Pearson in third. So far, they're swimming to what you would expect. As they come home, the favorite is Donald, and she is leading. Cloth in a close second, though. Pearson in third, and Powers in fourth. And that's how they will finish. Winning time of 53.65. Cloth's time 54.79, just off that state pace. Mia Pearson, I should say, at 55.87. So now we have a couple of long races coming up, the 500s. We have a junior varsity and then a varsity race. In the junior varsity competition, we'll have Maya Fowler in lane 2. Elizabeth Powers is in lane 3. Loretta Ostermeyer in lane 4, all for Ames. The Ankeny swimmers in lane 5, Erica Block. Derek Cleveland is in lane 6. And Clara Jones in lane 7. Fowler's in 2, Powers in 3, Ostermeyer 4. Block is in 5, Derek Cleveland in 6, Jones in 7. 10 laps, 20 touches. And the junior varsity 500 free is in the water.
Results of the varsity 100-yard freestyle. Fifth place, Alex Harswick, Ames, 57.24. Fourth place, Josie Parton of Ankeny, 56.03. Third place, Mia Pearson of Ankeny,
the Ames Ankeny swim meet on CISN TV. And an early lead in lane 4 for Ostermeyer. Powers in lane 3 is in second. Fowler in lane 2 is right up there. The Ankeny swimmers, Blocks in lane 5, Cleveland in 6, Jones in 7. So you've got two young ladies from Ames just neck and neck on this 500 right now. Ankeny has Cleveland right now in the 4th position, the best of the 3 Ankeny swimmers. As we go to the 5th touch in this 500. See a competitive race coming up in that varsity race. Some pretty fast 500 swimmers. Right now, Powers and Ostermeyer are neck and neck. In fact, their times are within a half a second of each other. Fowler's in 3rd. Derek Cleveland's in 4th. Erica Block is in 5th. And Clara Jones in 6th. Now it looks like Powers has taken the lead over Ostermeyer. And a battle for 3rd place between Fowler and Cleveland. Fowler still has the lead over Cleveland. About a length of a swimmer. And when they come down to this other end, they will be halfway through this 500. As we near that halfway mark, Powers in lane 3 will have the lead over Ostermeyer in lane 4. There's Fowler in lane 2. Dara Cleveland in lane 6. This is probably, and I don't have a monitor in front of me, but this has got to be the hardest one to film and to watch because you have swimmers in the 500 all over the place. And I'm sure as you're watching at home, you're trying to pay attention to your loved one or someone that you know, and they may or may not be on the screen, and they may or may not be leading the race. The 500 is probably best appreciated in person. To me, it's kind of like watching a NASCAR race. I never know who's winning one of those either. A bunch of cars going around in circles. Right now, Powers has opened up a lead in lane 3. Ostermeyer behind her. Lane 4. Lane 2, Fowler will be next to touch. And then Derek Cleveland in lane 6. Erica Blocks in lane 5. And Clara Jones in lane 7. They're now getting their 15s up to touch. All the 15s are now flipped over. So Powers touches heading toward number 17. She is going to hear her horn here in about 30 seconds. As this race comes to an end soon. So Powers touches, the official comes over, she'll be awarded the horn, meaning 1 lap remaining for the leader. One lap left for Powers. She'll try to come in under 6. Ostermeyer's in second. Fowler in third. And Cleveland in fourth. This is the 500-yard junior varsity. And the race has ended for Powers. So she takes home first. Ostermeyer coming in second. And she touches. Maya Fowler will come in third with the touch. Coming in fourth will be Dara Cleveland for Ankeny. The winning time, 5:41.54. Ostermeyer's time, 5:51.69. And now the varsity race. Here are your swimmers. In lane 2, Kate McLeod of Ames. Gracie Wesselman in lane 3. And Sophie McCorkle is in lane 4. For Ankeny, Madison Carlton in lane 5. Abby Brown's in 6. And Sydney Medeski is in lane 7. McCorkle has already had a state qualifying time this year in lane 4. Madison Carlton, the Ankeny record holder, was a qualifier last year. So that you would assume would be the battle, Carlton and McCorkle. Wesselman's also posted a good time this year. State qualifying time is 5:17.63. Wesselman's posted a 5:21. So the varsity race now in the pool for the 500. Coming up next, the 200-yard junior varsity freestyle relay. And as expected, McCorkle with a slight lead over Wesselman, Carlton, and McLeod up there. Right now, Ames has got first, second, and third, but it's very close. All 6 swimmers right in it. There's someone like
focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
At Mid-American Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades, all to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and this has been a crazy year. We might just run out of furniture, but we still have a great selection right now. We have wicker, we have fire pits, we have poly, and if you want something for your deck this year, you should come see us right now. Still have the greatest selection in Iowa at the best prices. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas, just west of Homeacres.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Godfather's Pizza's Autumn Feast. A medium specialty pizza, a medium pepperoni pizza, and my new caramel apple streusel with Twix candy pieces. Get yours today.
You can buy a new Ford at any Ford dealer. Why do people buy from Schottenkirk Ford Indianola? We understand you have choices. We're willing to re-earn your business every time you visit us. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola, SchottenkirkFord.com. We create an exceptional customer experience. One customer at a time, every time. We never compromise. Trust, integrity, honesty, hard work. Let us show you why people drive to Indianola to buy Fords. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola, SchottenkirkFord.com.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Well, we're here at Waukee, ready for Waukee and Johnson tonight on CISN.TV volleyball. They got started a little earlier than what we thought here tonight. It'll be number 11 Johnston, number 12 Waukee. And the ratings, Waukee trying to end a little bit of a skid here of 8 losses, while Johnston lost to Western Christian and at Invite. And they are 15-7 overall. Waukee comes in at 8-14 on the season. For Waukee,
thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee.
Alexis
15%
Sandler,
off
Ella
2020
Peterson,
Equinox and 2020
Sarah Van
tracks,
Bell,
or
Corey
0% for
Knox,
84
Maddie
months,
Weber,
15%
Liana
off
Green,
2020 Sonic
Brooklyn
and 2020
Halber.
Spark. WaukeeSchevy.com. 12% off 2020
For
Ford,
Johnston,
10% off 2020
Ella
Colorado,
Smithson, the
up to
libero,
$15,000 off
Mia Anderson,
new 2020
Dasha
Suburban. We're in a
Swixiva,
position to give you more for your trade.
Eva
As always,
Smithson,
we're a partner you can
for
count on.
Engen, Jaden
Schottenkirk Chevy
Thompson,
Waukee.
Aaron Rasmussen, Molly
WaukeeSchevy.com.
Proctor. Let's see, the numbers they gave me have changed a little bit. Make sure I got everybody into the lineup. 6-3. 10, yep. For Johnston. It'll be Johnston on your left in the dark uniforms. Proctor serving. Back set. Handled. Crossed. Quick set at the net. Green can't get it over. And they're going to say net violation. Point for Johnston. There's a serve. Set outside and the kill by Liana Green. She goes high to get that one, gets her first kill of the match, and ties it up. And another kill by Green. Liana Green came in with 214 kills. Now she's got 215 and 216 on the first 2 points here of the first set. This serve is long.
Number 17, Josie Hunt, back to serve.
Set up and over in for the point, Ella Peterson. Back to serve, Leona Green. Waukee. Green serves it right in there, diving low to get it. Now back set and in for the kill is Zoe Fisher. And Green back to serve. Waukee up by 2 in the early going. Bumped up by Rasmussen, and that'd be a point, Waukee. Now, a free ball, and they aren't going to get it over. It'll be a point, Waukee. Johnston wants a timeout, down 4 here early on CISN.TV.
Save thousands now at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. 15% off 2020 Equinox and 2020 Trax, or 0% for 84 months. 15% off 2020 Sonic and 2020 Spark. WaukeeChevy.com. 12% off 2020 Blazer. 10% off 2020 Colorado. Up to $15,000 off new 2020 Suburban. We're in a position to give you more for your trade. As always, we're a partner you can count on. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Back here at Waukee, the Warriors build an early 4-point lead, and Johnston takes the timeout to talk it over. And Leona Green back to serve. And this one catches the net and over for an ace. So Leona Green has strung together some points for him now. Quick set, off the block, handled by Waukee. Knox sets it back. Well, free ball, they'll get it over. And that'll go long. Swiestekev a little long on it. And Green serving again. And there's an ace. Waukee built the lead now up to 7 with Green serving back there. Here she goes again. Handled this time by Rasmussen. Now over outside. They'll get it across. Knox sets it out. Handled. Have to bump it up. Waukee sets up the offense. Outside hitter over. And down by kill for Peterson, Ella Peterson. Her second kill already here in the first set. Just have to get that one as it drops over the net. Now a cross-court kill by Smithson for Johnston. Ends the run at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Back to serve, Mia Anderson, the 5'11 junior. Back over. Johnston outside. Knox. Back over, dumps it in there. Peterson, Ella Peterson with the kill. Chloe Jones coming in. Katie Locklear coming in, the freshman Katie Locklear. And the freshman Chloe Jones. So a pair of freshmen now in. Jones up front, Locklear going back to serve. Up by 8. Drops it right in the middle, and Johnston rather have a little trouble handling that. Locklear sets it, and Peterson pounds it home. That's 3 straight kills for Peterson. Katie Locklear back to serve. This time Johnston handles it, gets a chance to work the offense into the block and over by Maren Rasmussen. She powered that right through the block. Back to serve, Ava Smithson. Set it outside. The barrel almost hit that all the way over. Now dumps it in, kept alive, Locklear, and over by Knox. Now hammered down. Josie Punt, make sure that one wasn't coming back. And Eva Smithson back to serve again. And this one into the net. Service error back up to an 8-point lead. Maddie Weber in for Waukee. Jennifer Larson, the senior, 5'9" senior, in for Johnston. Bumped up. Handle. Peterson. Set outside. Into the block. Locklear will set it. Now into the block and down. Maren Rasmussen with the block.
Back to serve, 17, Josie Punt.
Josie Punt back to serve. Locklear sets it. And down on the kill by Maddie Weber. Brooklyn Halber in. She'll go back to serve. Rachel Cruz in for Johnston. And Cruz has the first touch there. Into the block. Kept alive. Back outside. Now over. Locklear will set it for the big kill by Leanna Green. Three kills now for Green. Handled by Smithson, the libero. Halber. Locklear sets it and down on the kill by Maddie Weber. Waukee really working the offense well here. Brooklyn Halber to serve. 10-point lead now. Largest of the set. This one dumped over, kept alive. Leanna Green just pushes it over. Back row Halber. Locklear sets it. Into the hole comes Weber. Johnston takes her second time out here, trailing by 11, 17-6 on CISN.TV.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Back here at Waukee, Johnston takes their second time out. As Waukee built an 11-point lead here. The first one, they went on a run. It was 3-3, and then they reeled off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. And since then, Johnston unable to chip away at it. Here's the serve, and that one gets through for an ace for Halber. Brooklyn Halber, Max serving. This time it's handled. Set outside. Into the block. Now they bump it over. And big shot by Leanna Green. Leanna Green drives that one home. Quick set there. Cross court. Locklear to Halber. Now they'll send it over. And they say it hit the antenna. It would have been in, but hit the antenna. And back to serve is Maren Rasmussen. Locklear will set Green. And Leanna Green, her second straight kill. Six kills overall for Green. And there's an ace for Jones. Chloe Jones. Chloe Jones. This one just dumped over. Jones keeps it alive, and Waukee gets it over. Now they set it back. Jones able to handle it again. Locklear pushes it back up front, and that time into the block of Anderson and Trachta, and it's going to go for down on Waukee's side. And Trachta, after being up the net, goes to the back of the court. Well, she'll serve. Here, Johnston needing a string here, to say the least. Over to Green. Outside, crossing off the hands of the libero. The shot by Khrushchev. Swistisev. Set it up out. No, they're going to go back there. Now Weber. Set up again. And that one long. Ella Peterson back in. Back to serve as the libero. Corey Knox, the senior, for Waukee. 22-9. Now set back, cross court, handle that's going to get over. Looked like it almost was going to hit the scoreboard. Now Johnston dumps it in. Set back. They handled a big hit there. Swiatek gets the kill there, second straight. And back in is Josie Punt. Swiatek back to serve. Set by Van Bell. Double hit called. It'll be a point Johnston. Little miscommunication there, and they take advantage of it on the kill by Mia Anderson. (22-12). Swiatek serves, handled by Halber. Big hit, but they handle it. Cross quarter, Knox dives and keeps that alive. Back set. And there's the kill by Samler. Here comes Zoe Fisher back in. Up for the front row for Waukee. Back to serve is Green. The last time she was back there, she ran off 8 straight. Here she only needs 2 to close out the set. Up a little close to the net there. It was pushed over by Punt. Now dumped over. Reaction off the block. Now set outside, and a little miscommunication there. That one handled again. Punt tries to go into the block, does. And Josie Punt gets the kill. Johnston got it down to 10 here. But again, need a string of points. Knox, quick set, and the kill.
Set point Warriors into the Warrior lineup, 18, Chloe Jones, and 1, Katie Locklear. Locklear to serve.
Chloe Jones back in, and Katie Locklear. Locklear will go back to serve. Set point here, the first set. Waukee. Here's the serve by Locklear, right into the middle. Back set. Now sent over. Outside, Punt will drive it home.
Point Johnston. Practice for the Dragons, Ava Smithson.
Johnston has it back down to 10, but again, set point number 2. Locklear. Jones goes long. We'll go to set point number 3. Green up now over by Peterson. Punt handled by Locklear. Back. Libero, punt, cross court, Knox gets it, joust at the net, and Maren Rasmussen dumps it over. Waukee wants to take a timeout here. We're on set point number 4 on CISN.TV.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Godfather's Pizza's Autumn Feast. A medium specialty pizza, a medium pepperoni pizza, and my new caramel apple streusel with Twix candy pieces. Get yours today.
Here at Waukee, we're on the 4th set point here. Johnston trying to hold off Waukee in this first set. 24-13. And that'll do it. The service error gives them the first set, 25-16. Waukee taking the first set. We'll be back with the second set after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
In Iowa, we grow corn, but to us, corn is more than a cash crop. It's part of who we are. Corn supports our livestock, helping our animals thrive. Corn fuels us. Ethanol powers our state as we push towards a clean, burning future. Corn nourishes us. It gives us an abundance of good food that nourishes our families, helps our student athletes grow stronger. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
You can buy a new Ford at any Ford dealer. Why do people buy from Schottenkirk Ford Indianola? We understand you have choices. We're willing to re-earn your business every time you visit us. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola, SchottenkirkFord.com. We create an exceptional customer experience. One customer at a time, every time. We never compromise. Trust, integrity, honesty, hard work. Let us show you why people drive to Indianola to buy Fords. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola, SchottenkirkFord.com.
Focus. To define what is most important and commit yourself fully. It's why at Fairway, only the best meat makes the cut. Our fresh fish is full of flavor, and our produce is picked with incredible care. It's why we have fewer aisles, greater savings, and the most personal service. At Fairway, our focus is and always will be giving you the best in meat and grocery.
Back here at Waukee, we'll go to set number 2. Waukee taking the first set, 25-16 over Johnston. And you'll come out Johnston on the left in the dark uniforms, Waukee on the right of your screen in the white. And again, as they played throughout the season, they don't switch sides between sets like they would normally. But let's see here. We've got Leanna Green in there along with Ella Peterson, Sarah Van Bell. Also in the front row, Alexis Samler. And for Johnston, Molly Trachta, Mia Anderson. Trachta got 1,000 assists the other night, I guess. Mia Anderson, Lauren Rasmussen. We'll run the rest of them down as we get going here. Knox serving to start it. Set outside. And a long point for Waukee. Dasha Swedeshev in there. Oh, with Jaden Thompson, and that one's going to fall in for an ace. For Corey Knox, the libero, serving. And this one into the net. Back to serve, Molly Trachta, the senior, or excuse me, sophomore, 5'9" sophomore. Back set, and Green just shoves it over that time. Couldn't wind up.